Hello and welcome, dear students, to my class. As you all know, we have been discussing about the chapter money in our previous lectures, and we have already discussed the three parts from this chapter, that is pre-monetary economy, and then the definition of money and its components, and then we have discussed about money supply in our previous class. So today we are going to discuss about measures of money supply. Okay, so let us proceed. So the topic for today is measures of money supply, and in measures of money supply, according to RBI, there are four measures of money supply in India, namely M1, M2, M3 and M4. Okay, there are four money supplies, that is M1, M2, M3 and M4, but today we are going to discuss only about M1. So let us know what M1 means. Okay, what does M1 comprises of? M1 comprises of three parts. Okay, M1 comprises of three parts, that is currency and coins with the public, which can be denoted by capital C, demand deposits of commercial banks, which can be denoted by DD, and other deposits with RBI, which can be denoted with capital OD. Okay, so let us now know each of these components in details. As we all know, we have already discussed about currency and coins with public while discussing the components of money also, so I don't think that we need to go into further explanation about that. Coins and currencies simply means either in the form of currency notes or in the form of coins with the public. Currency notes are paper monies, and currency coins are the metallic monies. Okay, which we have already discussed, so we are not discussing it in details because we have already discussed it in components of money. The second part, demand deposits of commercial banks. So here it mainly comprises of two types of deposits: current deposits and savings deposits. I have discussed about this a bit in my previous class when I was discussing about money and its components. Now let us discuss about it in details. Demand deposits are those deposits in the bank from which we can withdraw our money on our demand, that is when we are in need of it. Okay, so there are two types of deposits in the bank from which we can withdraw money as and when we are in need of it. Those are current account deposits and saving account deposits. Current account deposits are usually kept by businessmen, and you can withdraw the money from that account in as many number of times as you want. There are no such restrictions, and you can withdraw the money maybe more than once a day also. Okay, you can withdraw 2 or 3 times in a day itself. Okay, but current account deposits don't give any interest to the customer. In fact, you have to pay interest to the bank for maintaining your current account deposits. On the other hand, most of us have savings deposits. Actually, by account in a bank, we directly mean the savings account only. Most of us, almost those who have bank accounts, almost all have the account in savings account deposits. Okay, in savings deposits there are certain restrictions, limitations imposed by the banks. Okay, you can withdraw 4 or 5 times in a month from the bank itself. Okay, and there are certain limitations how much you can withdraw in a month or in a day, and you must have withdrawn the money from ATMs also. Okay, we can use ATM card and withdraw money from ATM vending machines, but you must have seen that in a day you can withdraw 40,000 or 50,000 rupees only, and sometimes you can withdraw only 30,000 rupees. It depends on the type of card that you are holding. Okay, so there are certain limitations in savings deposits. For example, if you have, let's say, 10 lakh rupees in your account in savings deposit, you cannot withdraw the entire amount, okay, immediately, because there are certain restrictions. Obviously, with the permission of manager or with the permission of the authority, you can withdraw in case, that is only in case of emergency. So In savings deposit there are certain restrictions. In ATMs also nowadays you must have seen that they have a certain limit on transactions. Like in metro cities you can withdraw the money 3 times using a ATM in a month. Okay, if you withdraw the money more than 3 times in a month, then you will be able to withdraw the money, but there will be certain charges imposed on it. Okay, in the similar way in the small towns and cities they offer it for 5 times. It varies from bank to bank. So basically the money kept in demand deposits, that is current account deposits and savings account deposits, you can withdraw it as and when you are in need of it, or as and when on the basis of your demand. Okay, now we will move on to the next components of M1, that is other deposits with RBI. That is other deposits with RBI. Now it has two parts. First part is it includes deposit held by the RBI on behalf of foreign banks, okay, and governments, World Bank, IMF, etc. Okay, the first part is it includes deposits made by, let's say, foreign banks. Foreign banks means the banks which does not which is not originating from India. Okay, and the governments, foreign governments, if they are keeping their deposits with RBI, then that is included in the other deposits of RBI. And some institutional deposits also, say like international global institutions are there, like World Bank, IMF, etc., which deposits their money with RBI. This is considered as other deposits. But what you see is it does not include deposits of the Indian government and commercial banks with the RBI. So other deposits does not comprise of the deposits made by the Indian government to RBI as well as the commercial banks to RBI. Okay, so Indian commercial banks deposit in RBI is not considered as other deposits, or Indian government's deposit in RBI is not considered as other deposits. Okay, on the other hand, the deposits made by foreign government to RBI is considered as other deposits, foreign institutions to RBI is considered as other deposits, and foreign institution and foreign banks to RBI is considered as other deposits. So I hope it is very clear. Okay, so M1 comprises of three things, that is currency and coins with public, or cash with public, which we can say as cash with public, denoted by C, demand deposits of commercial banks, denoted by DD, and other deposits with RBI, denoted by OD. Other deposits includes the deposits made by foreign banks, foreign government, and international institutions to RBI, but it does not include deposits made by Indian government and commercial banks with RBI. I hope you all have understood it. Okay, we'll meet again next time. Till then, it's a goodbye from my side. Thank you. Stay safe, stay home. Thank you very much.